Thank you for participating in Prayer Day. It's good to be with you by video. As William said before, our theme is victory in the Lord. And when there's a victory, that likely means there is a challenge, competition, foe, or battle. And something was happening that required victory. And it seems like we have all of that going on right now around the world and also especially in our country. We chose Psalm 20 as the anchor passage for today. It was written by King David, and some Bible commentaries believe he wrote it as he was getting ready to go into battle. I like to read it to you now from the New Living Translation. In times of trouble, may the Lord answer your cry. May the name of the God of Jacob keep you safe from all harm. May he send you help from his sanctuary and strengthen you from Jerusalem. May he remember all your gifts and look favorably on your burnt offerings. May he grant your heart's desires and make all your plans succeed. May we shout for joy when we hear of your victory and raise a victory banner in the name of our God. May the Lord answer all your prayers. Now I know that the Lord rescues his anointed king, and he will answer him from his holy heaven and rescue him by his great power. Some nations boast of their chariots and horses, but we boast in the name of the Lord our God. Those nations will fall down and collapse, but we will rise up and stand firm. Give victory to our King, O Lord. Answer our cry for help. These 9 verses express many emotions, and we thought that these emotions were all appropriate to the times that we're living in. I even had a thought that this sounded a little bit like a traffic light. There were verses that were red for difficult times. There were verses that were yellow for cautious or prayerful times. And there were even some green verses where there was victory and answered prayer. So, for example, verse 1, in times of trouble, may the Lord answer your cry. May the name of the God of Jacob keep you safe from all harm. That passage right there is showing that it's a difficult moment, a difficult situation. There's an enemy coming toward the nation, perhaps, and there's a plea for safety. And many of us feel like that in our lives. There are things happening in the world that create anxiety and fear and stress, and rightfully so. And so those would be verses that maybe are the color red as we make our petitions to God. In verse 2, he says, may he send you help from his sanctuary and strengthen you from Jerusalem. And 3 says, may he remember all your gifts and look favorably on your burnt offerings. So this right here might be a yellow passage where we are making a petition to God, but it hasn't yet been addressed. It hasn't been answered. We're hoping that he hears. There's still concern and anguish perhaps, but maybe not as much as previously. David is confident in how he asks, but the answer hasn't come yet. And then verses 4 and 5 where it says, may he grant your heart's desires and make all your plans succeed. May we shout for joy when we hear of your victory and raise a victory banner in the name of our God. May the Lord answer all your prayers. That definitely seems like a green verse. That is a verse that we are fully expecting and maybe have even begun to see God answer the prayer. As our team talked about this concept of the lights, we talked about there's probably a pattern to this. So you might go red, yellow, green, but you might go back yellow, and you're definitely going to come back to red at some point in time. And so it could be a cycle of those colors that affect our lives. But this passage helps us to understand that ultimately we are going to have the green. And if we can remember that God will answer, that he will protect us, that ultimately we will be in his presence, that can be a great hope as we go through the difficult times. We also realize that this particular passage does have meaning for our team and administrative services team. William often talks about our role as to keep City Gospel Mission running. And so as we do that, we have moments of red, yellow, green where things are maybe a little off track. We're making progress and things are going in a good direction. And so we definitely feel that, and we ask that you would be prayerful for us as we attempt to be supportive of the entire organization. And now other members of our team are going to share how this passage had meaning for them.